What's up, everybody, and welcome to issue 39 of the Geek Pop podcast. I am your host, Toby, and with me, as always, is Josh.
Toby, how you doing?
Oh, Jesus. Joshua, how are you?
I'm fantastic. It feels like the very first time.
Did we already make that joke?
I don't know, maybe. Listen, at this point, we've done 39 of these. If we ever say an original joke, that should be a bonus at this point. I shouldn't be faulted for saying the same funny shit over and over again. I'm a goddamn comedy factory. I keep pumping it out, but eventually a factory makes the same product again, Toby.
I mean, I'm pretty sure a factory only makes the same product.
You're goddamn
I think that's what
right,
factories do.
Well, once in a while, you spin up a different type of factory, but I only have so many factories. Today we're back to light bulbs. Do you make light bulbs in factories? I don't know. That seems like... Listen, I don't know a lot about how things are made, Toby. I haven't watched a lot of episodes of how it's made. I've just seen it in the TV guide listings. It seems boring.
Do you think light bulbs grow on trees, since you're concerned about where light bulbs are made?
I guess, yeah, what's the other option, right?
Are they naturally forming in nature, or they grow on trees?
The other option is some nice little Spanish people go and pick them. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the other option is, but
that still puts it back on some sort of plant, just so you know.
I know. I'm tagging up on your bit. I guess the only other option would be that someone on Etsy just makes them all, right?
You can get some artesian light bulbs.
They're all artisan light bulbs. That's why light bulbs got so into energy saving, because they all came from Tumblr. Now we know.
Social light bulb warriors.
What is happening to us right now?
This is all you. I'm just letting you go.
I feel like I'm in a haze and a daze. I had a lot of caffeine this morning, Toby.
I actually feel like it kind of shows right now, to be honest with you.
So I told my boss that I was feeling jittery, and I told my coworkers that I thought I could taste colors at one point today. So maybe I should tone it down a little bit. I think I have a problem, and it's coffee.
You definitely have a problem. Josh, what's new?
Not much, man. Just same old, holding it down. It's almost the weekend.
That was supposed to be the segue into your stories, just so you know.
No, I want to just sit here and shoot the shit with you a little bit. I mean, if you're not into that, we can talk about stories. I mean, I guess it's fine.
Josh, tell stories.
Tell you, I went recently, jumping into stories. I went to a Twin Peaks recently. You ever been to Twin Peaks?
Is that... I mean, I know the TV show.
Okay, it's not the TV show. Twin Peaks, it's like a Hooters, because get it? Twin Peaks boobs?
Ah!
Okay. So Twin Peaks is like Hooters, but more of like a lodge setting, I guess. I don't know.
Like, it looks classy.
No.
It looks... Oh.
I mean, it's naked women in flannel. I mean, I don't know how classy that is for you.
So, it's kind of like Tilted Kilt, just...
Exactly.
Lumberjills instead of...
Exactly. It is the exact same restaurant as Tilted Kilt and Hooters and all those. It is a booby restaurant. I don't know what the term would be, right? It's it's like family dining. That's not.
They're called restaurants, just so you know.
Oh my god, that's amazing! It's a restaurant. All right, I went to a restaurant, and all right. Let me just set the whole story up, okay? Me and this one friend always kind of talk about going to these things, like going to strip clubs and going to places like this, and we never do it, but he was coming to visit, and we were like, we should go to Twin Peaks. That'd be funny, because one just opened around here. And we just kept talking about it until it was too late to back down, and then we were in the parking lot and walking in, so I don't think either of us were really mentally prepared for this expedition.
I like how Josh is taking the high ground in this already.
I don't know.
I didn't really want to go. I mean, my friend said he wanted to go, so I didn't want to go.
Nothing about... I mean, like, it's not a moral high ground. It's that I think getting my hair cut is awkward. Can you imagine me surrounded by naked women or half-naked women in a room? Like, of course, I'm not going to be into that. Like, right? I mean, that doesn't seem out of it.
You know what? Your description of this now makes way more sense than the original story, so that's fine. Yeah. I understand now.
Okay. I mean, like, listen, I like looking at naked women just as much as the next guy, probably more, but I like doing it where they can't look back, right? I don't want to get judged while I'm ogling women.
Josh prefers the safety of a peephole. Sometimes sunglasses.
I was going to say, well, sunglasses are clutch. When you're on the beach, get yourself some dark sunglasses, pretend like you're reading a magazine, and the corner of your eye is your friend. That's all I'm saying. Listen, that's a little pro tip for checking out some booty when you're on the beach. But I digress. I don't want to get off on any side topics here, Toby.
Oh, God forbid.
Back to Twin Peaks.
We get off on a fucking tangent on this show.
I got lots of shit to get out tonight, Toby.
All right.
All right. So we go in. Obviously, you're presented with a wall of boob the second you walk in the door. It's as if you walk into a brothel and you get to pick your girl, right? Like, that's what it looks like. But you don't. I was really bummed when you walked in and just one of them stepped forward and said, right this way. And I didn't get to choose. Because, I mean, if you're going to do this restaurant, go all the way, right? Like, let me pick which one. But they didn't.
Have you ever been to a restaurant where you can pick your own waiter or waitress?
No, but have you ever been to a restaurant where mammary glands are on display?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, they should be different. They already do everything else differently.
Okay.
I'm just saying, listen, I'm trying to come up with business ideas for them. One of them should be choose your waitress.
Okay. Keep going.
This place doesn't hold interviews, they hold auditions. I saw a big billboard.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Auditions. There's a casting couch involved somewhere, I'm sure.
If Hooters and places like that are a half step towards, we'll say, stripping,
yeah,
I feel like when you're having auditions for waitresses, that's like 3/4.
3/4 of the way, yeah. Because there are some genitals involved, right? You say auditions, that just goes to show. Like, there's nothing there that's going to be upstanding and not shady.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so the whole point of the story is, I thought that the experience of sitting and ordering and the half-naked chick trying to take my order would be awkward. That was not the awkward part at all, Toby. That was fine. The awkward part was the extreme used car salesman-like upsell we got on buying calendars and t-shirts. It was intense, it was unrelenting, and it was uncomfortable.
But that translated, Josh means you brought home one calendar.
No, I didn't bring home any, which was actually, I was pretty smooth about this. I parlayed the conversation about buying a calendar off one of my friend. Because she made the mistake. All right, let me set it up. So we come in, and she does her like little weird flirty thing with us, which I don't really know how to respond to. I don't know what she expects back from us. But it's like, ha ha ha, first time here? Like, yeah, we've never been here before. And then we sit down, she gets drink orders. Okay. And she comes back, and it's still just, like, chit-chatting, like, idle chit-chat, and she never gets around to saying, like, can I take your order? Can I get food? So I have to tell her, like, all right, I think we're ready to order. Like, I gotta...
Josh looked at her with a death stare and said, I want to eat now.
Honestly, it really got to that point where she's just, like, trying to be cute and talk, and I'm like, we came to eat. Like, I want to get food. Like, we don't want to be here forever. So I was like, yeah, I think we're ready to order. She was like, oh, okay. So then you
already went to the wrong place. Just so you know.
Clearly, I know my priorities were wrong. Where I'm hungry, and she's like, "Look at my boobs." But so when she gets ready to take our order, she sits down at our table, which is awkward in the first place. It's like, that's weird. Don't sit down at our table. And like, I don't know. She does the thing where like leans her boobs up on the table and stuff. She's told to do all that. I'm sure that's all normal. Anyway, she takes her order. She leaves. She comes right back right afterwards, and she has a calendar in her hand, and she's like, hey, you guys, like, interested in a calendar? And she's, like, the most socially awkward person in the world, by the way. She'll say something that doesn't really require a yes or no answer, then look at you as if you're supposed to give one.
That sounds like Josh. It's Lady Josh. You should have loved this girl.
Well, that's the thing. We were too much alike, really. And I don't do any of that. That's not me. Come on. But she would, like, say something, and then you just stare at her, and she would stare at you. It was like, go away or something. So she brings the calendar back, and she's like, she holds it up and like doesn't really tell you that it costs money, but asks if you like want one, and we're like, oh, I don't know.
Have you ever been to New York, real quick?
No.
Like New York City?
No.
What you're talking about right now is how the rappers sell their mixtapes in New York.
Yes, I've heard the same. Yes, I've heard as much.
Basically, you're walking the streets, and 1,000 different guys walk up to you and go, yo, this is hot fire. Check out my mixtape. and then they ask you what your name is, and they sign them now.
Oh, fancy.
So then they get pissed, because you're like, I can't give this to somebody else now. I signed it for you. $5.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but when I went a while ago, they came up to me. The guy goes, hey, do you want to listen to my mixtape? Puts his hand out, puts the CD into my hand, and I start to walk away. And he like kind of taps me. He's like, dude, you gotta pay for it. I was like, oh, I don't want that. Never mind. I handed it back to him.
Here you go.
But it was before I was wise to all those maneuvers, and I just thought he was handing me his shitty CD. Because I've been to like punk shows where they hand you I've gotten tons of free shitty CDs from punk shows, and those were free. They handed them to me on my way out to the parking lot, and I threw them on the ground. But this guy was like, I'm handing this to you, but you're paying me at the same time.
I like the like idea of like not. I just want to get my music out there. Like I'm gonna fucking get paid from day one, motherfucker. Anyway, that was her with the calendar. It was like, hey, look at this thing, and then she like sort of like kind of hints at that it's going to cost money, and then she tells us to like look at it, and we're like, okay.
Was she in it?
Well, no, she wasn't in it. Toby, let me be blunt.
Who the fuck cares then?
Let me be blunt for a second. The girls in the calendar were a whole different caliber than this girl. This girl was like okay, sort of. Girls in the calendar were hot. they don't send the calendar girls to like podunk middle America. No, not at all. Not at all. Anyway, so she doesn't just leave it on the table for us to look at. She starts flipping through it, where she'll like flip to January and then holds up the picture of the girl to me. And she's like, oh yeah, see? And then she flips to February.
This is March. There's a girl here.
Yes. She holds it up long enough where she like is expecting a response from me on each girl. And I'm just like, yep. Uh-huh. Yeah. Like I'm doing that to her. She gets to like, I don't remember, it was like August or something. She was like, and this is my birthday, and like points to a date.
This is like 20 minutes of a sales pitch. This is way too long already.
It was so long. She tells me when her birthday is, and then pauses.
What was it?
I don't know, it was like February or August or something. I don't remember. So she points at a date, and she's like, "This is when my birthday is," and then like waits expectantly for me to say something. And I'm like, "Oh, is that right?" Like I don't know what to say.
This is an awkward off for sure. I wish I would have been there for this.
It was incredibly awkward. We're like, and like me and my friend are like trying to like have a conversation, trying to catch up. Again, that's our fault for going here. But she's trying to be like the center of attention. So finally, she realizes she's not getting anything from me with this calendar. So she stops like halfway through it, leaves it on the table, and tells us to like look at it and think about it. So she leaves. She comes back with her food and she leaves it. And we happen to get like an appetizer, right? So she brings that. She leaves. She comes back like a minute later and asks how everything is. And I hadn't had like anything yet, right? But I just say, oh, it's all good.
Josh was so hungry he didn't eat his food when he got it. Everyone keep that in mind.
Well, I had like one thing, but there were 3 things on it, so I hadn't tried the others or whatever. So then
you're a sampler, man.
I was a sampler, man, yeah. So then she comes back. Well, I got the sampler. Of course, I want to know what the whole food's like.
Well, what was on the sampler?
Well, there were chicken wings. There were... I can't remember the other 2 things. The chicken wings... The chicken wing is the important part, though, because I hadn't had that yet, right? So she comes back like 5 minutes later, and she was like... hey, how's everything going? I'm like, oh, it's good. And she was like, yeah, I know you hadn't actually tried anything when I came back last time. Like she's accusing me of like lying to her from the last time. So I'm like, oh yeah,
I like this girl, just so you know. This sounds amazing.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I hadn't. And then she's like, how do you like the chicken wings or whatever? I'm like, oh, that's like the one thing I haven't had yet. And she was like, oh, try it. I'm like, okay, I will. And then she stands and stares at me, and she's like, do it now so I can see.
Was there anyone else in the restaurant when you guys went?
Yeah, I mean, there was people around, yeah.
But I mean, like 5 other people or like 20 tables worth? Was it busy or was it slow?
It was medium busy. There were probably, I don't know, 12 other tables, somewhere around there. 15 other tables.
So she pretty much just one company.
I think that's what it was. Like, I think she like, maybe she just thought like I wasn't a creeper guy who walked in there, because like I'm trying to like not pay her much attention, so maybe she got that vibe of like he's not gonna prey on me or something. I don't know.
So she was like, I will be the stalker instead.
Maybe. So she tells me to eat the chicken wing in front of her so she can see. So I'm like, okay, and like I stab it with my fork, and then like I stop.
What?
I stop thinking like it was like
what? Why?
Why what?
Why would you stab it with a fork?
It was like a boneless wing. It was boneless. It was a boneless wing. Okay. So like I stab it, and then I pause again, thinking like, is this really happening? She's still staring at me expectantly. So then
Do some more.
Yeah. So then I like hold it up to my mouth, stop again. She's still staring at me. I take a bite, and as I'm chewing, I look at her and go, mmm. And then I think she got the idea right then and there that I wasn't playing along, so then she like popped off.
What she wants you to do? Like fucking like fake blowjob the piece of chicken or something?
I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what. See,
wipe it up. Oh, rub it on your lips before you eat it. How does that sauce taste? Breathe it in. Smell it real good. Lick it. Oh yeah, lick that chicken.
We're really getting to the bottom of my problem with every interaction I had with her, where it's like, what did she want from me? I don't know.
Maybe she wanted you to feed her chicken wings.
Maybe.
Like that sexual scene in, I don't know, some fucked up stupid comedy.
Well, these were actually like sort of like long and skinny. Like, so I could have Lady of the Tramp this chicken wing with her if I wanted to. We could have made that happen. I don't know. So I ate that. She bopped off, like I said. And she came back a few other times. It was kind of weird and awkward then. But mostly we had a normal meal after that, which was good. She came back at the end to collect her calendar, which had laid on our table this whole time, and give her final sales pitch for if we were going to buy the calendar or not. So she puts in the hard sell at that point. She was like, oh, did you guys want the calendar? And we're like, no, we don't think so. And she was like, oh, come on, you've got to have some place to hang it up. And
yes, you know what, ma'am, I do. I will put it right in my bathroom, right next to the toilet. So when I feel like jerking off first thing in the morning, I will look at Mrs. April, and I will be happy.
I mean, she was essentially selling us jerk-off material. Like, I mean, like, she shouldn't take the high road on that if I tell her I'm going to beat off to it, right?
What you should have done is been like, listen, I never have any place to be. I don't need a calendar.
Listen, I never need to know what day it is.
I don't care what day it is. My life's a shitty blur. I never go anywhere. Birthdays aren't important to me. I forget yours already. It wasn't important to me. I just don't need a calendar. I need no reason to keep track of dates.
I just need to know, should I go to Twin Peaks or not today? And the answer is always yes. That's all I need to know. So my friend is like, yeah, I can't hang that up at home. My wife is not going to be into that. He's like, I'm paying in cash today so she doesn't know I was here.
Oh, it's so fucked up.
So then he's like, and I can't hang it up at work because HR would not like that. So then I turned it around so she wouldn't turn on me, and this is a really douchey thing to do, but I start taking her side. I'm like, yeah, sure, you can hang it up at work, man. I'm like, they won't have a problem with it.
That's the same thing I would do. If it makes you feel any better, I would start pushing towards the other person.
Yeah, because
if I saw the shit coming towards me.
That's entirely what it was. I saw the future, and the future was her turning towards me and asking all of the same questions. So instead,
do you have a wife?
Exactly.
Do you have a job with HR?
So then once she realized he wasn't going to buy the calendar because he had no place to hang it up, then she was like, well, you can hang it up in your room at home or whatever. And he was like, yeah, no. He's like, we have a bunch of kids come over to our house to play with my kids, and their moms wouldn't be into that. So anyway, long story short, it got to her saying, like, to him agreeing that, like, yeah, I'll ask my kids' friends' moms if they'd be okay with this calendar hanging in my house.
I'll have a block meeting where I tell everybody, listen, I'm bringing some questionable material into the playroom. Have you guys heard of Twin Peaks? No, not the classic TV show by David Lynch. I'm talking about the restaurant. Oh, excuse me, restaurant.
The restaurant. So it ended with, finally, then she moved on to trying to sell him t-shirts and everything. And it finally ended with him saying, listen, I would love to own one of these, but not everyone that is in my life is as open and as accepting about the human form as I am. So then we finally paid. She finally brought us our ticket, and she didn't bring him like all of his change. She kept just like a random amount of it.
Sometimes they do that though. I've noticed at a bunch of restaurants now where if it's like 25 cents change,
yeah,
they'll just give it 25 cents.
So that's what she did. She kept like the change, but it was like the majority of $1. And then she brought him back like it was like a big bill, and he was like, "Listen, I don't want to leave all of this as tip, but I don't want to like try to weirdly make change with her. So she's just gonna get a huge tip from me."
But see, that's just like perpetuating the stereotype.
Exactly.
Like now she's gonna think she did a good job.
I know.
And the next table that came is gonna be like, do you guys want calendars for your wall? The last guy said that he had to ask the neighborhood, but you guys look like you don't have neighborhoods.
Listen, we were not making the world better for any other future Twin Peaks diner, but we knew we'd never be back, so we didn't care.
Josh, how do you feel about the fact that there's actually a male version of Hooters coming soon? It's called Tallywackers.
I was going to say, it has to have a good name. Tallywackers, I feel like we could do better than Tallywackers. Like Dicks. Just call it Dicks.
Just call it like Sausage Factory or something.
Call it Hangin' Schlong. Just go right on board.
Call it the Brain Station. But so I guess the dress code there is they wear towels.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah.
So one of the tables, speaking of the guy version, one of the tables there was all women, like 6 women, and just judging, they all looked like normal women. Like, they were all cute girls. They were all kind of like around my age-ish. When the calendar routine happened on them, there was the most interesting thing in the world. They were flipping through every page. They were like talking about it, showing pictures to each other. I don't know what was going on that table.
Well, because women don't care. It's the same reason that they're accepted at strip clubs.
Yeah,
because they're not. No matter what, they're not creepers.
Well, it was an odd experience. So I went to a baseball game recently, Toby.
Was it rained out? Was it so fucking metal like your fucking T-ball?
No. It was a sunny day. Not rained out whatsoever. I think I actually tweeted a picture when I was there, and it was a very, very pretty day. Anyway, so here's my thing about baseball games, Toby. There are a lot of kids and families and stuff at baseball games, right? Mm-hmm. Most of them are fine. Most of them are cool, and it's like a thing now when, like, if you get a fly ball hit to you and you catch it, and there's a kid sitting beside you, like, you toss it to the kid, right?
I mean, you can, yes.
Because it's like the nice thing to do. It's like, oh, you made that kid's day. Like, it's his first day at the ballpark, maybe, and you gave him a fly ball, and it's like super cool. So I went to the ballpark, didn't catch a fly ball or anything, but there was a family sitting behind me, like 2 rows behind me.
Real quick, I just want to point out the alternative is keeping the things for yourself. For example, when I went to watch wrestling a long time ago,
yeah,
and Santino threw his Cobra sock at me, I was pushing people out of the way to try to catch it.
Okay, yeah,
I didn't care if there was kids there or not, because I wanted that goddamn sock puppet.
Well, okay, so here comes my dilemma. I was thinking about this the whole game. If I caught a fly ball, this was a pretty much empty section I was in. Me, a few people on the other end, and then the family behind me. I was thinking if a fly ball comes our way, it's a good chance if it's in this like 1/4 of this section, I'm gonna get it. Everyone's gonna look at me and see the kids 2 rows behind me and think, hey, he should probably give it over. I'm not gonna do it. And it's not because I wanted to keep the ball myself. It was because I wanted to punish those awful, awful children. And no one else would know that that's why. That's the big problem. No one else would have known that's why. This was the worst family in the history of families, Toby. I hated every single one of them for completely different reasons. They all had their own individual reason to be complete shitbags. So let me just run down the family real quick. So the dad, he was like a classic like workaholic. Like, he was on his phone at the ballpark. He was talking about how he got these tickets for free from one of his clients, and he looked at his phone at one point. He's like, 6% left. Unbelievable.
That's awesome.
And then like I think he got so tired of dealing with his family and being outside and not at work that so they showed up in like the second inning and left at like the top of the 6th. It was like they didn't even stay for like any of the game. So he was terrible for that. The mom was terrible because she was like the epitome of like a soccer mom, and she had a really high-pitched voice. At one point, she told her daughter Emily, she was like, "Emily, let's take a selfie." Okay. And then Emily had clearly had enough selfies and closed her eyes. So the mom was like, "Emily, open your eyes!" And you was screeching into the entire ballpark about Emily opening her eyes. She was yelling at the top of her lungs, "Emily, open your eyes!"
This is all amazing.
It was incredible. So, and then like the mom was just harping on the dad the whole time too. Just like never like shut up to him about things he should have been doing instead. So that was, so Emily seems like the hero of the family so far. Emily was pretty fine. She was really, really young. The worst one of the family, though, was the boy. I have no idea what his name was. But, like, he brought his glove and stuff, right? And normally you think, like, oh, man, it's going to be cool. Like, he's going to be super excited, super stoked to be at the ballpark. He didn't give a crap about the game. He was just complaining the entire time about, why haven't they hit a ball over here yet? And he was like, I better catch a fly ball. He's like, I'm going to be so mad if I don't get a ball.
So that's why Josh went home happy that night.
Exactly. So at one point, the ball like went way out in the outfield. They caught it for the third out. The outfielder turned around and tossed it over the fence at one of the people in like left field, like way left field.
Yeah.
And mind you, we're over behind home plate, and the boy is like, "That's not fair. Why did they get the ball?" So,
I mean, being behind home plate is already a bad place to be for trying to catch foul balls.
Well, it was behind, sort of between home plate and first base. We were actually in a good spot because we were right past the net. So like when they hit a fly ball out to our section, like it would have been able to get right to us. So it was a good spot for like possible fly balls. But this kid, he was the most entitled fly ball catcher I've ever heard in my entire life. So I was just sitting here the whole game thinking, like, if one comes over here, I'm going to get that fucking ball if it's the last thing I do, and then I'm going to flaunt it in his face, and I'm going to hear him the rest of the game say, why did he get it?
I'm going to spit on it, I'm going to throw it in the trash, and say, fuck your ball.
Yeah, this is what I think about balls. I'm just going to just throw it back on the field and say, fuck you. So I really wanted desperately for a ball to come my way, but it never did. But fucking baseball, man. The people it brought out, terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, I mean, was there alcohol there? Because usually, I mean, guys, not so much with that family, but from being a drinker and going to baseball games,
yeah,
that always starts shit. There's always drunk assholes trying to fight with me. And...
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can understand, like, the drunkenness of baseball games. I'm more prepared for that, but just, like, crappy families. But there was alcohol. Like, the dad had a beer at one point, and Emily tried to drink from it.
How old did Emily look?
Emily was like a toddler, okay? Like, Emily was really small, and because the mom at one point was harping on, she's like, whatever his name was, move the beer. Emily thinks it's water. So yeah, definitely beer. But I don't know. I mostly no one bothered me except for that family, so it was mostly good.
The last time I went to a baseball game, I was basically trying to troll somebody into getting a fight with me.
Really?
Yeah. So. I love the Cubs. Like, they've been my favorite team forever. The Cubs are absolute trash in baseball. Like, every year they always suck.
Yeah.
My Cubs t-shirt, instead of just being like a Cubs shirt, says probably not this year. And it has just like the bear, Clark the Cub, like his face dead on the shirt. So I've accepted the fact that they're a bunch of losers. But we went down to see them play the Phillies a while ago. So usually when we go out and drink, we usually smoke cigarettes too. So we're in the smoking section, which is weird because it's outside. So while they need a smoking section, seems odd to me, I guess.
Because no one else wants to be around your smoke?
But if it's outside, it doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, it goes to other people's faces right beside you. I'm on board with the smoking section even if you're outside, because smoke doesn't go straight in the air, right? It goes around a little bit.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Anyway, so I was outcast in the Josh zone. So it was me and two of my friends, and we were already pretty kind of drunk. And this more drunk gentleman staggers by. Oh, yo, can I borrow a light? Blah, blah, blah. So, trying to be the gentleman I am, Josh. I give the guy my lighter and let him light a cigarette. So, he's kind of talking to me, and he seems okay at first. He just seems drunk. And I don't know how much you actually really follow sports, but Philly fans are known to be the biggest assholes in the world.
Well, Philly fans of anything, like just Philly people in general, are notorious douches, right? Is that fair to say?
A fair share.
I think especially when it comes to sports, but like...
Especially when it comes to sports. Like, I know... a girl that was a Redskins fan who was in the same division as the Eagles, the Philly team, and she got punched in the face for wearing a Redskins jersey. So this little tiny girl got punched in the face at a Eagles game.
That's awful.
Yeah, people are pieces of shit there.
I think there's probably a reason it's the Philly fanatic, right? I mean, that probably says something about the fans.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy.
Fanatics.
Yeah, so this guy's drunk. He's asking me questions, and so I'm rocking my Cubs jersey at the game because it's a fucking Cubs game to me. I don't care that I'm in Philly.
Here we go.
That part wasn't necessarily for trolling, but I was going to wear my fucking Cubs jersey at the game. Like, I'm not going to go and not do that. So I'm wearing it. He's like, well, why do you like the Cubs? Blah, blah, blah. So I looked at him. I gave him a real answer. I was like, I'm like the eternal underdog. Like, I like the underdog. They're the worst team ever. If they win, I want to be on board for the past God knows how many years. Because it's been like almost 100 years now, Josh.
Yeah,
maybe
90,
more.
What is it, 97 this year or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, right around there. So this guy starts getting fired up, and he's like, how the hell are you going to come to a Phillies game and not like the Phillies? So I just kind of look at him, and I'm like, I don't know, because I don't care. And he's like, next you're going to tell me you don't like the Eagles. So I look at him dead in the eyes, Josh, and go, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, actually. And this dude's face starts turning red. He goes, you better watch your fucking mouth saying that around here. You're going to get your ass beat. And I just look at him, I was like, are you fucking kidding, dude? Like, we're at a game, like, drinking beer. Like, who the fuck cares right now? It's goddamn June. Like, no one should care right now about the goddamn Eagles.
It's goddamn June.
So he just kind of gives me this grumpy look and he's like, fuck you, and just walks away from me. But I mean, like, realistically, I could have said anything to the team do you like question, but I like the teams I like, and I knew it was going to get him mad, so I was like, fuck you, we're going to do this.
So this is where team sports and liking sports falls apart for me, because I like sports sometimes, like, kind of like baseball, stuff like that. Hockey's all right. So I mean, I could get into sports, but the people that like sports is what makes me not like sports. Like for some reason, with certain fans, like that guy, liking a sports team turns into like joining a gang, and I don't know
Yes.
why that is. It's like, why would you punch someone else for liking a different sports team? Like, it's the weirdest phenomenon in the world. It's like anything else, it wouldn't make any sense. I'm like, oh, you like fucking Pepsi? Come say that in Coke territory, motherfucker. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
Well, the best part too is like, I think it's a comedian that made the joke, or I just read it online somewhere. It's weird how you like, we'll use the Eagles and we'll use the Cowboys. If someone's rocking a Cowboys jersey and you like the Cowboys, he's your favorite fucking person.
Yeah.
If he goes to the Eagles, he literally just changes the colors of the clothing that he wears.
Yeah. Same
He's
person.
a fucking cocksucker. He's a piece of shit. He's a fucking, he's gay. He sucks dick in the parking lot before the games. Like, it's crazy the way some people are.
It's super interesting that people have such a following, such a fondness for their local, quote, local sports team, right? It's like, hey, like, this team happens to play games in the city I'm from. It's like, well, sure, but none of the players are from here. The team that is here this year will be basically a completely different makeup like 5 years from now. Like none of this has anything to do with your town, other than there was not a team here, and they figured we can make a lot of money by putting a team here.
You live close to a big city. Guess what's coming?
Yeah, like, guess what, buddy? You live close to a big metropolitan area. It makes a lot of fiscal sense to put a goddamn baseball team here. No one gives a shit that it's Philadelphia, that it's Indianapolis, whatever. And, like, people think, oh, it's our team, and it's always we, right? It's like, oh, we're going all the way this year. It's like, you're not fucking doing shit. And it's a bunch of people from the Dominican Republic. Like, nothing is personal about this. It's dumb.
Well, like with the we thing, the worst is always, oh, we won last night. Oh, we made a good pickup.
Yeah.
No, you didn't, Dick. I'm sorry. If you can like I love stupid shit. I'm never a part of that. I can watch wrestling and say, oh, I beat John Cena last night for the title. No, I didn't.
I was just about to bring up the wrestling analogy with, like, can you believe we're 21-0? It's dumb. It's really dumb. I think sports teams, I think I may have said this before on this podcast, you should only be able to field players from the state that you're in. Like, I think that the Philadelphia Phillies should only be able to get people from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, right? Then you could really get behind your sports team.
Well, I would care more at least.
Yes.
I mean, I personally wouldn't care at all. But real people could care more. They could be like, oh my god, like he's from fucking Manayunk. That's 5 minutes from my house. That's awesome.
Exactly. And think how much more like scrappy those teams would be too. Because you wouldn't be able to build the perfect dream team. It would be like, I don't know, man. Like, this is a small ass state. We don't have too many options.
But like, but your statement is they have to be from, like born in that state.
Well, I mean, you maybe you could do something like the presidency, right? Like, you have to have like lived in the state for X number of years or something like that. Like, if you've resided in Pennsylvania for 15 years, then you're allowed to
play on the Phillies.
Yeah.
Because that seems like because you have to like watch with that rule then, because depending on how it's quote unquote living somewhere, then people just move. Like, if you wanted to be on the Yankees, you just move to New York.
Yeah, and I don't think that's fair. I think you have to be a true New Yorker, right? You have to have been here for a while.
Hey, you gotta talk like this, huh?
Hey, I mean, it's a pizza and I'm folding it in half. Yeah, you gotta be a true New Yorker.
I got your 2 balls right here.
And then you're allowed to play on the Yankees. That's how that works.
Oh, shit. Josh, speaking of having 2 balls.
Yes?
I went to a wedding last weekend.
Yes.
And let me tell you, Josh, I danced my goddamn ass off.
Did you? You danced the night away?
I do dance the night away, like Van Halen sang.
Great.
But I've come to realize I might be a little out of shape, because after dancing for a couple hours, I was sweating, my chest was tight, I was doing the Rodney Dangerfield trying to fix my fucking tie. It's a tough time.
You get no respect.
I get no respect there. But Josh, the worst part, we'll call it the worst part. So whenever there's certain dance, like the dance songs on, like Cha Cha Slide and all that shit, like Everybody Clap Your Hands. You know that song?
No, but yes, go on.
It's like, everybody clap your hands, and everyone just goes.
Yeah. All right, now I'm on board.
Slide to the left.
That's a good song.
Slide.
Why do you never hear that song out of the context of weddings too? Like,
it's weddings and baseball games. I hear it at baseball games all the time.
oh, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Wait, real quick. While we're talking about baseball games, the coolest thing about baseball that I'd never connected before: baseball players have entrance themes.
Yeah.
Like wrestling. Like, they play like 20 seconds of a song. And it's really funny. Like, every player on the team I was watching, they all had like a hip-hop song, except for one guy who played a country song. Anyway, go on. That's all I wanted to... I wanted to point out the revelation I had that baseball is basically pro wrestling. They also played the NXT theme song.
Oh, really?
Yes. Anyway, go on. Tell me about your wedding.
So, my problem with all these songs is the fact that, like, me and my buddy's wife are always wants to dance to it because she wants to dance. I have to go with her. But when you run up there, you're like, we're always go late or early. So we're always in the front or the back of the line. And all these songs make you rotate in a circle, like 90-degree turns. So eventually I'm in the goddamn front and everyone's looking forward to me. And I panic so fucking hard because it seems like a lot of pressure to watch my white boy dance moves.
That is true. Yeah, it always is now you turn, and then it's like suddenly I'm electric sliding in front of everybody.
Well, the best, I got everyone to laugh because like where the dance floor was next to, we'll call it a stage, but it was like one of those like 3-foot like elementary school stages where it's elevated but not really.
Yeah, I'm on board. Yeah.
Okay. So it was whatever the fucking song it was, and it had like get down to the ground or get as low as possible or some fucking weird song like that. So I know I can't bend backwards, let alone am I going to try to fucking dance down in dress pants and my nice shirt. So I just sat on the stage during that part and just stared at everybody. So everyone looked at me, I just waved, and everyone started laughing. I felt good about that.
You just wave. You're like, screw it, I'm done here.
I acknowledged my failures in that moment. So I just sat and watched all the girls trying to lean backwards. And I stood back up after that part.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? Yeah, I was giving someone advice about like situations that might be awkward, and my advice, which I don't think I do myself, but I think is good advice, and you did it here, just own up to it. If something's like weird and awkward, just be like, yup, this is weird.
I'm the only asshole not dancing. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
But yeah, so we did that. We took a picture of our ass in the photo booth like we always do.
Like bare ass?
Oh yeah, you have to.
I mean, gross. The two of you did it, like, together?
Oh, well,
how many bare asses were in the photo booth at once?
2. There's 4 people, 2 bare asses. We had to negotiate for space.
So 2 people are in there with no bare ass and just hanging out with your bare ass?
Yeah. That's what friends are for, Josh.
Did they draw the short straw here? Like, what?
Well, no, because we all... The 2 that didn't want to do it...
2 bare asses at a time? What?
The 2 that didn't want to do it were in the back.
Okay.
And then me and my friend that were going to do it were in the front. So the first picture, our pants are down, but the photo booth takes a picture too high. So then me and my friend tried jockey for space on this lady's toolbox that happens to be in the picture booth.
Okay.
But only one of us can fit on it. So my buddy committed to the act and just stood by himself with his bare ass in the picture, and all of our faces are just kind of around it.
Great. That's awkward. Not gonna lie to you.
No, it's not. It's so funny.
Put your face closer to my ass. You're not in the picture.
Exactly. That's what weddings are for, Josh.
Great. Love it.
And then, I mean, this story's probably only funny to me, but I'm going to tell it anyway. If you laugh, I'll keep it in. If you don't laugh, I'm going to cut it out.
Okay, I'm going to be somber.
Okay, so I always tell you about my friend's wife. Like, her and I are best friends.
Yes.
So the joke started that I was her GBF, which stands for gay best friend. But because I'm not gay, it eventually got turned to guy. Well, I mean, I still get called gay all the time.
Yeah.
So it's a weird toss-up. So at one point, towards maybe halfway through the night, but we were all completely trashed at that point, I was outside with a bunch of people that I either half knew or barely knew, and all my friends were in like a different circle talking to people. So she walks over and she's like, "Toby, get over here right now," and like stomps her feet and points to the ground. And this like group of, I'll say there's like 15 people in the circle. They all look at me. I just start laughing hysterically, and I'm like, I can't believe she's fucking doing this right now. So she stomps and yells a couple more times. I know she's half fucking around, but she's like, "Get over here. You're supposed to be my best friend. Get over here right now. We're going to dance." So she's
I just want to be like, fuck guys right now.
Exactly. So she's yelling at me. She's like, "You're my GBF. Get over here." And I can't, like, I've laughed extremely hard. I can't stop laughing. And this one kid I barely know was like, "What the fuck is a GBF?" So I look at him. I was like, I was like, dude, let her tell you. So I kept saying like, hey, I was like, you're coming over here. I was like, I'm not walking over to you right now, especially if you're stomping your feet. I was like, you're coming over here. So she walks over to the circle, and my friend's like, what the fuck is a GBF? And she's like, gay best friend. And everyone just looks at me again. And this dude is like, he's like, don't ever let some girl call you fucking gay in front of people like that ever again. He's like, I will whip your ass if I find out she ever does that again. So we're all laughing. And to try to redeem myself, I was like, here's the deal, man. I said, she was telling me to walk over there. I told her to walk over here. I was like, who went where? And he was like, well, she came to you. I was like, fucking right.
Yeah, you think that's a victory? You think that's a win? You're like, well, she does call me gay all the time, but she definitely walked to me.
Dude, when there's fucking random people questioning my manhood, the only thing I had going to me was, I'm not whipped enough by one of my best friends to walk over to her in the situation.
Yeah, she can call me gay all she wants, but we all know who wears the pants, and it's not me very often, except when she has to walk to me.
Except this one time when I'm trying to impress people I don't know. But yeah, so that was the thing. And then I got lectured the rest of the night about how I should never let a girl talk to me like that. And I was like, dude, it's one of my best friends. What the fuck do I care? And eventually calm down.
Toby, you're my gay best friend.
You're my gay best friend.
Okay, I think we can be each other's gay best friend, right? That works. That's fair.
No.
Can guys have gay best friends too? Like, is it just a girl thing? I know that sounded weird. I know guys can literally have gay best friends, but the concept of a gay best friend is a very specific thing, right?
I think I think there's a girl wanting a guy that's gay friend.
So I want all the benefits of hanging out with a guy, but I don't want him to be hitting on me.
I want a guy that I can talk to like a girl, I think.
Okay. There's literally no concept like that in the male world, because no guy wants that. No one's like, I wish I could just hang out with a girl that just doesn't want to sleep with me all the time. Right?
I wish I could be friends with a girl that just found me so fucking unattractive that I was her friends with.
I always hate that it always comes down to just our genitals. It's like, why can't we just have a real conversation?
Why can't we just go dance to the cha-cha slide together?
Yeah, sometimes I just want to say fuck girls. Just go dance.
All right, Dan Cook, none of that.
All right, Toby, you want me to sound like a real asshole for a minute?
Yeah, I mean, you have for the past, 45, so keep going.
All right, might as well keep this train rolling. Fuck deli workers.
Okay.
That's my stance tonight. And maybe that doesn't make me like a hero of the people or anything, but you go to the grocery store, right? You go up to the deli counter, you want some meat cut, you getting some meat cut, right? Why is slicing bologna the hardest fucking job in the whole world?
I don't know. Is this like a riddle?
Sort of. Right now I'm doing the Twin Peaks thing with the girl where she asks a question that doesn't have an answer and expects an answer back.
That's what I'm saying. I told you. She was the fucking lady you. I fucking told you.
Well, we're two alike then. Okay. So, all right. I've had 4 experiences over the past 3 weeks with deli counter workers that are just the worst. So, I don't think it seems like a hard job. You ask what the person wants. They want, let's say, ham. You go, you get the ham, you slice it, you put it in a bag, you hand it over, right?
Real quick, I googled your question. Why is cutting bologna the hardest thing in the world?
Yeah.
And the first result is diamond is no longer nature's hardest material. I feel like they're saying that bologna overtook diamonds as the hardest material.
I think that's true. I think that's accurate. So, all right. So the first lady that I did this with, I tell her, I want, a pound of bologna, right? So she is messing with the bologna for, a good 10 minutes. I don't know what's going on. Then finally someone else walks over and asks if I need anything. No, I'm good. She's getting it, I think. She finally turns around and then starts slicing the bologna. I don't know what happened in that 10-minute span. I don't know what she was doing, but it took forever. The next time... I tell it's just this punk ass kid. I want I don't know, bologna, cheese, whatever it was. He cuts it. He hands it to me, and it's in a bag. It looks like I would do it. It's just a regular Ziploc bag.
It looks like shit.
Yeah, it's in a Ziploc bag. It's not laying flat. It's in a U shape in the bottom of the bag, just curled over on itself. I was like, really, dude? Really? Are you proud of this work that you just did right now for me?
Do you really think he cares, though?
No, but I wanted to hold it back and be like, is this your Sistine Chapel? Are you proud of this? Like, are you gonna go home and sleep well, knowing that this is what you're handing out to customers? It was the worst. It just seems like
you probably went home and got fucking played CS:GO and called me a fucking F word all night because of you.
An F word. Yeah, he went home and blazed it, and he told you that he slept with your mom. Like, that's what happened because some asshole came into the grocery store and wanted bologna. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it shouldn't be as hard of a process, and it always takes like 15 minutes. And they never do it right, and they always then you always get the question too of like, how do you want it cut? I'm like, I don't know, what's the goddamn scale? Like, I don't know.
Thick slices or thin slices? Come on.
I always say medium, and then that's never
average.
Enough. That's never, yeah, exactly. Like, use your best goddamn judgment. I don't know. Then they always like hand me a slice. Like, here, is this good? Like, I can work around however you cut it, okay? You cut it too thin, I'll use 2 slices. You cut it too thick, I'll use 1. I'm goddamn MacGyver when it comes to bologna, woman. Like, just cut it. I don't care.
I'm putting 5 slices on no matter what size it is. Just fucking cut me goddamn bologna.
Yeah, let's be honest. I'm going to put a big old hunk on it. So if you cut it medium, you cut it thick, no one gives a shit. I'm going to use the same, like, half-inch of bologna no matter what. It's just too much for me, Toby. Too much interaction, too much people interaction. And that's why I always have to go to the self-checkout, because I'm done with people by the time I get out of the deli counter.
Josh, I've known you for a long time.
You have.
I feel like this is the year where you finally slip completely away from society.
You think so? That this is it?
You're reaching dangerous ground.
I feel like every time we have an episode now, I'm screaming about something that someone did. Like,
I want you to reflect upon that, Josh. I want you to really think. You're mad right now because the fucking $8 an hour deli kid put your meat in a bag improperly.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to have some pride in his work. That's all I want. Maybe if we paid him $15 an hour like they're trying to get done, then maybe he'd care about his work. No, then
he probably still wouldn't.
Then he could just afford more pot. Who are we kidding? And
Josh, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, exactly. Josh, pay scale doesn't affect how much I care about my work one way or the other. No matter what, I just hate it and do just enough to get by.
That's a very, very true point about work. That's right. It doesn't matter how much you're getting paid. You're not going to give a crap no matter what.
Yeah. I'm a model employee.
They need some sandwich artists up in here. That's what we need.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Josh, Netflix likes to buy a lot of TV shows and bring them back. Why did you just laugh at that?
Because I just realized we both do that thing where we say something to each other waiting for a response. Like we just made fun of me doing and you just did it. Yeah, Toby, they do.
Netflix bought Full House and they're bringing it back.
So like, yeah, a new series.
It's kind of like Girl Meets World. But instead, it's the Full House version. Josh, it's called Fuller House.
Okay, I was gonna say, what's the dumb name? I think it should be called like medium filled condo.
Josh, the plot: DJ Tanner - Fuller, because she's women's rights all the way. Pregnant and recently widowed, is still living in San Francisco.
They went dark with the extended
fucking
canon.
Right, they did. Her younger sister's expiring musician Stephanie Tanner, Sweden, and DJ's lifelong best friend Kimmy Gibbler, along with her Kimmy's feisty teenage Dawn and Ramona, all move in to help take care of DJ's 2 boys, the rebellious 12-year-old JD, and neurotic 7-year-old Max, and her soon-to-arrive baby. So basically, all the kids from the last show are back on this show together, other than the Olsen twins.
Well, here's my thing. So, all right, in this news coming out, I thought it was really funny to find out that DJ and Kimmy are actually like real life best friends still today.
Okay.
It's like if me and you acted in Full House and then like took Instagram pictures arm in arm. That's what it would be like.
Wow, what a great definition of friendship.
I mean, that's what they're doing. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be like to have a podcast where you say dick a lot to each other. I don't know what you want. Like but they're real life best friends. But they were the worst part of the show, right? I hated the 2 of them.
What was the best part of the show then? Though? Like, if you didn't like the interactions between the kids, why? How?
Uncle Joey or what was the hot uncle? What was his name?
John Stamos?
Yeah, what was his character's name, though?
Uncle John Stamos.
Listen, I don't know enough to dispute that, but that doesn't sound right.
Uncle Jesse, you fuck.
Okay, Uncle Jesse and Uncle Joey, those are the best parts of the show. The dumb girl, the little girls were okay. Like, the actual, like, twins were cute, because they'd be like, they'd say something funny, and then they'd go to bed, right? The medium, like, the awkward teenage years girls are so annoying in that show. They're the worst.
I mean, the new one's not going to be much better. Every fucking week's going to be some sort of lovey-dovey, family comes first, we have your back in these trying times when you're pregnant and husbandless.
Yeah, you know it's going to be like a very special episode where it's like,
every fucking week!
Yeah. Ugh.
So Josh isn't watching it, neither am I.
Ugh, whatever happened to predictability?
Is that the right song?
The Milkman, the Paperboy, evening TV. Yeah, isn't that how it goes? Isn't that the first lyrics of the song?
Is it? I guess so. All of TGIF is blending together for me right now.
Whatever happened to predictability?
No, I know the song.
Okay.
Thank you, Bobby Brown, for saying that to me. But
let's be honest. That was pretty good, right?
It was right. It was all right.
Everywhere you look,
everywhere
there's a heart.
A
hand to hold on to. All right, we're done with that. Cut.
Josh, we've been talking about artisanal things all day.
We have been a lot.
You can now buy unfrozen artisanal ice cubes.
So you can buy some water?
No, it's not just water. It's someone makes an artisanal ice cube.
Toby, I saw through this goddamn charade immediately.
No, because they actually have artisanal ice cubes now.
That's water. That's unfrozen ice cubes. Break it down. That's water.
No.
Right? Stop taking a stupid stand. It's water.
It's an artisanal ice cube that's put into a bag, melted, and shipped to you. Josh, they cost $1 per bag, and you have to buy them in a 6-pack of ice cubes.
But it's water. You're buying water.
You're buying artisanal water.
I hate you so much, right? What makes it artisanal?
I told you, because it was artisanal ice first.
What is artisanal ice?
It's when they make fancy ice and they carve it, and for whatever reason, it melts slower. It's crystal clear and melts at a slower pace.
So it actually is a different thing.
No, they buy a 25-pound block of fancy ice because they use filters and make it nice and crystal clear, and then they break off a chunk of the bigger block of ice and they carve it by knife into the shape of ice cubes.
This is a real thing.
Artisanal ice is 100% a real thing now.
I found an article online. The headline is just, "Lay off the artisanal ice, you ignorant hipsters."
Yep. So basically, they take that fancy ice and they put it in a bag for you, and then it melts because that's what ice does. And then they send you the bag of water for $1 a bag in $6 increments.
So all it is a giant block of ice melted in a bag.
No, it's a little ice cube melted.
No, but I mean, like, it came from a big block of ice, you said?
Yeah.
Melted in a bag.
Yes.
For $1.
Josh, for example, if you took your Brita water filter at home and you poured it into an ice cube tray.
I drink straight out of the tap.
If you buy a Brita water filter and then make ice cubes with that water, you could call it artisanal filtered fancy ice.
I think for something to be artisanal, you have to sell it on Etsy. Like that, right? That's what.
No, artisanal used to be a fancy word that was ruined by Subway, and now anything is artisanal. And basically, all it means is it's made by an artist. That's all it fucking means. Like, it doesn't matter what you are.
And when anything and everything is art, everyone is an artist. So everything is artisanal.
Yes, exactly. Like, this is our artisanal podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, we have way more stake and claim to being artists than people who are melting ice cubes. I mean, in entire fairness, we create something. Like,
yeah.
Theirs is like a complete, like, degradation of something that was already existing.
So, an artisan is a worker in a skilled trade, especially one that involves making things by hand. But it doesn't matter, because if it's especially, That helps, but it could be anything.
Could be anything.
So I like to think this is a skilled trade. You know, speaking on a podcast, public speaking.
Well, it's something that we've gotten better at for sure. So if you can improve at a skill, then it's a skill. Like, I mean, if you can get better at something, yeah. And
a trade is something that you can trade, give, sell, whatever. Which podcasts can be done.
Can be. Yep.
So this is the first artisanal podcast.
I give my blood, sweat, and tears for this podcast. Does that count?
Yeah.
All right. Artisanal podcast. But wait, do you think we can get like one of those cool like hipster retro seals that we can put on the cover of the podcast?
Like a stamp kind of?
Yeah, it just says artisanal and it has like 2 anchors on it for no reason.
Sure.
Great.
That's a weird sales pitch on that, but
every time I picture like a hipster logo, it always has anchors. I don't know why.
Josh, here in Geek Pop land, we like to keep up with the internet.
Geek Popia. Geek Poplandia. Geekotopia land pop.
Josh, there's 2 new challenges out there for the world.
I'll workshop that, but go on.
You better workshop that, because that fucking sucked. Josh, challenge number 1. Remember ALS? Remember the Ice Bucket Challenge last year?
Oh, God. Remember we talked about me getting angry about things and retreating from the world? Well, here we go, people. It's starting.
No, because I might freak out about this one, too.
Okay, good. Me and you on an island screaming about things.
The less offensive one, but the stupider one. Josh, you know who Kylie Jenner is?
No. Tell me about Kylie Jenner.
Okay, well, Kylie Jenner is an attractive girl.
Not really, but go on. I'm looking at pictures.
In theory, Kylie Jenner is an attractive girl.
6 out of 10.
She's a reality television personality, socialite, model, and fashion designer. Some might call her an artisanal fashion designer. Not me, because I don't really like her that much.
I think we say fashionista. Isn't that the term?
Sure. But she's
artisanista.
Yeah, she's related to the Kardashians, though.
Oh, she has that look about her.
That puts her in that family.
She has that like slightly Chewbacca-esque look about her. Yeah.
That's my Chewbacca noise. I don't know why it is.
Nothing like Chewbacca, but it's okay.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do the...
I'm going to try. Ready? All right, I can do it.
Yeah. You're done. So... The Kylie Jenner challenge, Josh.
That was like Chewbacca if he sucked helium.
The Kylie Jenner challenge, Josh.
Yeah.
Is apparently she has nice lips.
I mean,
so people figured out if you put a glass around your mouth and you suction, it'll fatten your lips up.
Oh God.
Like a pump, and it's called the Kylie Jenner challenge.
So essentially, use a penis pump on your lips.
Yeah. So of course it leaves your mouth black and blue. And apparently it's causing people, like, nerve damage in their mouth.
Ugh.
So now people are getting injured. Like, there's been fucking dermatologists out there now that say, like, this is actually bad for you because who knows what fucking reason, but it's injuring people's lips.
You probably shouldn't, like, pop capillaries in your face. I would think that would be bad.
Yeah. I mean, the closest I'm
looking at pictures now of people just crying with fat lips.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, I'm on board with this. This is hilarious. Oh, she got a bloody lip from it.
Yeah, they're fucking hurting themselves.
This is like the challenge you saw where people were just lighting themselves on fire for no reason.
So, but there was one time where I had one of those, those like popper things, like rubber, and you like flip them upside down, they pop and shoot up in the air.
No.
Yes, you do.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, I'm on board.
Thank you. So, I did that once to my forehead, and it didn't really feel good once it got stuck. So I can't imagine like putting it to some sort of like place in your body that has nerves and actual feelings.
I mean, most people probably done that, right? You put a glass up to your mouth and like suck a little bit, and you can feel like the suction on it, like just like when you're bored or whatever. But like, never done it to the point where like I'm deforming parts of my face.
Yeah,
it's terrifying looking. Why would you do this? I'd be so worried it's not going to go back to normal.
I was actually going to do it as a joke until I read people were getting injured, and I know I'd be the one person that gets my fucking like lip stuck like that or something. Or...
And then you just look like a horrible like deformed supermodel. It'd be great.
Yeah. But Josh, oddly enough, the more offensive of the challenges that are out now, the Twizzler challenge.
Oh God, which is
you share a Twizzler.
Okay, with a friend,
like Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, okay.
But do you know why you're doing this?
to promote mouth herpes.
Don't cheat and look it up.
I'm not. I'm looking at a picture of Matt Lauer and Kathy Lee Gifford doing it.
Okay.
All right, but what to promote what?
Autism.
Wait. Why? How? What? Why? Why?
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't. There is no.
Are you supposed to kiss at the end?
Who the fuck knows? I don't fucking care. The point is, there is no fucking tie between autism and eating a goddamn Twizzler.
Well, that was my big thing with the ALS one. It's like...
Well, no, because that was supposed to make you numb, because fucking, if you have ALS, your nerves go numb.
Okay, well...
That one checks out partially to me.
Well, okay.
This fucking autism eating Twizzlers bullshit, this can fuck off and die.
I'm gonna connect it like 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon here. When you're autistic, you have a really hard time usually with social interactions and with connecting eyes with people. So when you're doing the Twizzler challenge, you have to connect eyes with people and you're forced into an awkward social situation. So for just a split second, you understand slightly what it's like to be autistic.
No, you don't.
See, that's how you
still
do it.
Don't fucking know.
Tell me, would you do the Twizzler challenge with me?
Yeah, because it'd be funny because I'd pretty much just laugh and you'd look down and away.
I would. I would be so scared you were going to kiss me.
I would lock eyes with you and fucking just go for it.
I know you would. See, I know you'd be too into it. I know you not into it, but you would pretend to be too into it.
See, that's what I'm talking about, though. That's the fucked up problem to me. Like, if I dump ice on my shelf or jump in an ice bath, I can understand what it feels like for your body to be numb. I'm not going to suddenly feel awkward because I'm fucking eating Twizzlers with somebody. I would laugh and think it was the funniest fucking thing ever.
What if I don't like Twizzlers?
Then you use spaghetti.
Did Twizzler invent this? Who started this shit?
Willie Geist and Meredith Vieira.
I hate Meredith Vieira.
Yeah, fucking The View bullshit.
Meredith Vieira, listen.
Or is this our stand? Is this our target for this week?
This is our target for this week. Meredith Vieira did the shittiest follow-up to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire I've ever seen in my entire life, where they didn't even give away $1 million.
That's not her fault.
Well, she picks stupid jobs then.
I'm not on her team. I'm not on her team, especially with this fucking Twizzler bullshit.
Yeah.
But
listen, Katie Couric is a stupid fucking shitbag. Can we agree on that?
I guess so.
Katie Couric's a dumb person. Katie Couric is stupid. But when Meredith Vieira came on the Today Show and replaced Katie Couric, made you pine for the days of Katie Couric. That's how you know someone sucks, when they make you miss Katie Couric.
Okay.
I have really weirdly strong opinions about the Today Show, apparently.
Yeah, I didn't see this coming, to be honest with you.
But Meredith Vieira blows. As a human being, Meredith Vieira is terrible.
Yeah, and fuck the Twizzler challenge, too. I'm still not happy about this.
And Twizzlers suck. Meredith Vieira sucks. All about it. She has her own show now? What the shit? Who gives this woman her own show?
Fuck Twizzlers, eat Oreos.
Let's do the Oreo challenge, where you have to pull it apart with your mouth with someone else. So you get the bottom Oreo slice and I get the top, and we have to pull it apart. And then whoever ends up with the majority of the cream wins.
I would do that.
And then the person who didn't get the cream,
I would use as many girls as fucking possible. I would walk down the goddamn street and be like, let's do this.
But here's how you make it a challenge, and here's how you make it for charity. The person who gets the least amount of cream has to donate.
Okay. And you know what it's for?
No. It's
for the drought in California.
Perfect. So then then we send Californians milk because they can't have water.
No, we don't send them anything.
Okay, it's just for the drought. We don't actually do
awareness.
Anything.
It's Oreos for awareness. They both start with O, and you bite down and you twist each other like the water is twisting California in the knots of dryness, and it all checks out.
Get drenched.
Book it. Josh, every week people can write in at cast@geek-pop.com and ask us questions about life.
That's true.
Josh, long-time listener.
First-time caller.
You wrote in a couple times, just not recently.
Okay.
Dylan wants to know, how do you have fun at prom? He went to a drama prom and brought a girl as a friend and wants to work on his lady skills. He measured his nervousness and how many water bottles he drank, since he always hears Toby talking about drinking.
Okay, hang on. I gotta start from the top here. Went to a drama prom?
That all the drama kids from different schools got together and had their own prom.
Okay.
And he brought a lady as a friend.
Okay.
But he wants to work on his lady skills. He danced eventually. He drank a couple bottles of water and got trashed and went out and danced, but he wants to know how to have fun at prom and to work on your lady skills.
You have to not care what people think about you.
You have to rewind a little bit and listen to me telling the wedding story.
Yeah.
And do things like
Sit
get
down
drunk,
and wave at people.
Sit down and wave at people.
Listen, like as I said.
Wait, Actually, you know what? I think he's young. So don't get drunk yet.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
Be careful with that.
You have to just not care what people think about you. So a lot of people do that with alcohol. But like someone like me who doesn't drink or whatever, you just have to stop giving a shit. Like that, it's harder, but it can be done.
People say they like people with confidence. It's actually not a joke. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that confidence, but basically it's steps.
Here's a story. Let me give you an example of why girls like confidence.
Oh no.
The other day, like yesterday, I was talking to a girl and I said hey, we should get together sometime. If you have a free time on Friday, you should holla at me. I said holla, Holla.
And Josh's mom was like, Josh, you come over every Friday for dinner.
No. Then I asked her, I said, can I pull off holla at me? I think not. And she told me I could have pulled it off perfectly fine if I hadn't asked.
So what Josh did, that's the lesson takeaway from here. He had confidence, and then he backpedaled on his confidence and made himself look worse.
I hedged my bets, and that shows not confidence. That is the complete opposite of confidence. It's like when you ask a girl, and then you're like, just kidding.
Unless the only way that works, kind of, is if you vaguely ask someone out. And they say, "Are you asking me out?"
No.
And your response should be only if you're about to say yes, and then you just go with it.
That only works if you're in person, and even then, it doesn't really work. It's just you save a little bit of face. But if you judge, if they're like, "Are you asking me out?" like really excitedly, then you're like, "Hell yeah, I am." But if they're like, "Are you asking me out right now?" then you're like, "No."
And then you once again you assert your confidence and say, "No, I was asking for a friend. I would never date your stupid ass," and you just walk away.
See, I usually go the opposite direction and act and double down even when I know it's a no. Are you asking me out right now? Hell yeah, I am.
And that's because Josh has some semblance of confidence sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just get out there and act the fool. People like people that act the fool and don't feel self-conscious about it because everyone else looks at you and wishes they could be you when you're doing that. So if you're out there ripping off your tuxedo vest and spinning it over your head, then you're everybody's best friend.
Yeah. Also, pull your pants down and moon people and take pictures of it.
I would suggest leaving your pants on.
See, Josh is steering the next generation wrong. It's upsetting, really.
Just pants off all the time. You're saying?
No, only the
situational pants off.
Situational dance off pants off. You tell her it's Naked Fridays, and then whatever happens.
Oh man,
I like Naked Fridays. Those were the best.
Prom out with your drama out.
Josh, prom out with your dong out would really.
Yeah, but it was a drama prom. I was trying to wrap it all together in a nice little bow.
It's a drama. It's a drum.
Drum prom.
It's prama.
It's not a pram.
I'm going to the pramadrom.
Oh man, this is my favorite Pritcom.
We're going to the pramadrom. Josh, every week when people leave us reviews on iTunes, because our show's on iTunes, I don't know if you knew that.
We are on iTunes, and they leave us reviews.
If you leave us a review, and it's 5 stars, of course,
yeah.
We were going to read it live on the show.
I'm happy that no one's given us any under 5 stars. That's going to be a really awkward experience when we're like, Toby and Josh are fucking asshole pieces of shit that don't know what they're talking about. This is the worst podcast in history. And then we have to read it and be like, well, okay, I guess that's the show for this week, guys.
There goes my confidence.
Right.
Still, what should I do now?
Remember all those things I said about girls? You should probably just never talk to girls because no one's going to like you.
Because no one likes us.
But that didn't happen this week, did it, Toby?
No, Josh, it did. We actually have a bunch of reviews.
Whoa.
That's what happens when we take a week off.
We should take weeks off more often. Toby, I don't know if you know this or not, but absence makes the heart grow fonder.
It doesn't.
Also, we can never take another week off because it gets brought up to me in my personal life now, by the way. Like, multiple friends is like, why are there no episodes? What's going on?
Because I was fucking busy.
Yeah, so shout out to all those people.
Josh, the first one sounds a little backhanded, but we're going to roll with it.
All right.
The Dig podcast gave us 5 stars and said, Thought it'd be boring, but it isn't. It's like hanging out with friends.
Thought it would be boring. Toby, that sums up you and me as people, too. It's like, at first glance, nothing to write home about. But when you really get to know us, we're winners.
The Shopify Masters podcast said that we're good. We're easy flowing with our conversations. It's smooth all the way through until I develop a stutter.
We're fixing that this week with our awkward not answering each other bit that we've started.
If you like awkward pauses, and I know I do.
What?
Jeff Man, this is the one I was hinting to you about, where I said it sounds like we're a gay couple.
And we both agreed that was probably pretty accurate.
Yeah. Jeff Man, 5 stars, of course, said, do you want to listen to 2 guys yelling at their dog drinking water who's interrupting a story about a goose? Of course you do. Fun cast, great host, great energy, great everything.
That is, yeah. I mean, like, honey, shut the dog up.
Josh, make fucking Romeo stop. I told you twice now. Get the fucking water away from him. And oddly enough, there was a couple like real short ones, but everyone says that our podcast, they feel like they're hanging out with us, which is actually a really cool compliment because a lot of people say that.
Yeah, I like that. That's the goal, right?
Yeah, like we're all a big circle.
Yeah, a big circle of jerks.
It's a big circle of friends, and only 2 are allowed to talk.
Shut up! Listen, that's how I want my interactions with friends to be. Shut up! I'm still telling about Twin Peaks.
Listen, I know I'm not talking right now, but you guys don't get to talk right now. Toby's not here. Shut your fucking mouth.
We've talked about this. Your time to talk is at the end, and in the form of written communication.
You tweet me, and you tell me what you want me to say in your words, and I'll put them in my words and say them out loud.
I will let you speak to me if you tell other people that you like me talking.
So again, if you listen to this, please find us on iTunes, rate us, give us 5 stars, and write a review and read the show. Josh, where can you find it during the week?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at JoshTastrophe.
I'm on Twitter at Girls Heart Geeks. I forgot my Twitter handle for a second.
I'm on Twitter at Braindead.
I'm on Twitter at Lapse in the Conversation. So last week, Josh, we said we'd start picking songs.
Yes.
So just to make it a little bit easier, we're going to start doing those songs to play this show out.
Okay.
So Josh, what song would you like everyone to hear to play us out this week?
The song that I would like everyone to hear to play us out this week, hopefully this one doesn't get us in trouble. It's a little bit higher profile, but it is a song by OK Go, and it's called You're a Fucking Nerd and No One Likes You.
And on that note, once again, I'm Toby.
And I'm Josh.
Leads.
Instead of T and A, you got GOT, anime, Star Trek, D&D, still quote high school geometry, and that's cool. Wait, no, it's not. And I do a couple of 8 balls before breakfast every day. I slammed up so much poon, I made Will Chamberlain look gay.
Will Chamberlain, star center for the LA Lakers, famously slept with more than 20,000 women.
You're a fucking nerd. No one likes you. You're a fucking nerd. No one likes you. You're a fucking nerd. You're a fucking nerd. Oh, Jacob, no one likes you. 'Cause you're a fucking nerd. The only trophy you've got is some athlete shit. Your fantasies are all about Khaleesi's tits. You did have that one chick at summer camp. Oh, wait, no, she was fake. And I do so much blow, my goddamn eyeballs are on fire. I fuck fucking angels, bro. Dude, I rape tigers. I rape tigers.